Princess Anne's close childhood bond with Prince Charles was revealed as the Prince of Wales recalled how they used to tend a vegetable patch together. Prince Charles opened up on a heartwarming memory from his childhood during a chat focused on nature with the poet laureate, Simon Armitage. The heir to the throne confessed his love for gardening and the outdoors goes back decades. The Prince of Wales was so fascinated by gardening at a tender age that he even took charge of a vegetable patch on the grounds of Buckingham Palace with his sister Princess Anne. Recalling the experience, he told Mr. Armitage during the last episode of this season's The Poet Laureate has gone to his shed on BBC Radio 4. My sister and I had a little vegetable patch in the back of some borders somewhere. We had great fun trying to grow tomatoes rather unsuccessfully and things like that. The Prince of Wales went on to say he and received a few helpful tips from Buckingham Palace's wonderful head gardener. Princess Anne and Prince Charles used to tend a vegetable patch at Buckingham Palace. Charles said, "There was a wonderful head gardener at Buckingham Palace, I think he was called Mr. Nutbean, rather splendidly. He was splendid and he helped us a bit, my sister and I, with the little garden we had." During his conversation with Mr. Armitage, which took place at the Prince's Barn at Wynne-y-Wymod, the royal also spoke of another vegetable patch he holds dearly in his memories. He said, "I have particular memories of being in my grandmother's garden at Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, which she and my grandfather King George VI has made quite a lot of. So I had great fun there talking to the head gardener there." He grew melons. They were exceptionally delicious is all I can tell you. Prince Charles is famously trying to pass on his love for gardening and nature to his first grandson and heir, Prince George. In 2015, the Prince of Wales revealed he planted at Highgrove, his residence in Gloucestershire, a balsam poplar tree with the help of the third in line to the throne, who was only 2 at the time. Speaking about their sweet bonding moment during an interview with Gardener's Question Time in 2016, the Prince of Wales admitted he got George involved in his tree planting activity with the hope he would one day become fond of it. The same had indeed happened to him after spending time in the garden of the Queen Mother, he explained. Prince Charles said, "I always like gardening from a child's point of view, because I have such happy memories of bits of garden from my grandmother's house." So you think what would appeal to a child? It's the parts and the interest, or a maze? You just put yourself in a child's position and it works. Speaking with the poet laureate, Charles touched again upon planting a tree with George. He said, "The fun is to get grandchildren to plant a tree now and then so they can measure themselves, if you know what I mean, by the size of the tree." "This thing has shot up. I mean, it's higher than this barn already, which for a child is quite satisfactory when you can say, look at it now." "It's grown about 3 feet a year. Not many do that." While it may be too soon to tell whether George will grow fond of gardening, Charles can share his passion with his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. Earlier this month, the Duchess opened up to Gardener's World presenter Monty Don about gardening and how she thinks it helped many go through the national lockdowns. She said, "I think gardens got people through COVID. They realized how special a garden was and what they could do with it. They could become inventive, even if they hadn't before they could start growing vegetables." She also commented on the ability to lose yourself in gardening and how people can discover a sort of affinity with the soil.